Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome to the finale of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Previously, we went to the past and was almost able to stop Girahim from resurrecting his master demise. As it turns out, like Girahim said, he was nothing more than just a weapon for the big evil. Today, we're gonna head past that portal and face off against the very being we tried to vanquish one-on-one. So as I mentioned last time, Five's gonna warn you this is the point of no return. Anything you want to take care of, any collectibles or resources you want to get, now's the time. And you won't be able to save after this point either, so be worried about that. Understood, Master Link. Know that even in the place that lies beyond this portal, I will be with you. And Master, good luck. Looks really pretty. Very unsettling for a final battle. Ah, so you decided to meet your end in battle after all. It pleases me greatly to see such misplaced valor, human. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings, for where we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity. The hate for the gods have boiled in my veins. You will taste all of it in the bite of my blade. The only question left is how long will you manage to remain standing before I take your life? Try to keep it interesting for me, would you? And when you do fall, know that your world and everything in it is mine to dominate, mine to subjugate, mine to rule. When I finish with you, you can take solace in knowing your friends and kin will soon follow, as I wipe all who oppose me from the face of this world. It won't be long now. At last, the almighty power I've sought for millennia. I will take the Triforce for my own. And the world shall be under my foot for eternity! Not if I have anything to say about that demise. This is it, the final battle. First, let's get some information from Fi. She's got anything to share. This eternal being has conquered time itself. It is the source of all monsters. According to tales passed down through generations, it appears differently in each epoch. I think that's how you say it. And to each person who lays eye on it. It is clear that Skyward strikes cannot be called to your sword because it's placed under the magical influence of demise. Attacks using Skyward Strike energy will not be possible here. This is all the information I have this time. So for now, it's just gonna be a regular sword battle. No Skyward Strikes we can use at the time, for the time being. So if we try to raise your sword, like I said, no Skyward Strike energy. But I wonder. This is something I just came across recently. I want to see if he follows it. Okay, looks like he is eyeing it. Yeah, he is. It's moving his head. I don't think he knows what to make of it. He's not even attacking me. There's always been a tradition at the final battle. There's always one weapon that would really confuse the AI. This is the weapon in this scenario. The big bug net. And trust me, that's not gonna be the last time we'll be able to use that in this battle either. I'm gonna see that for a little later though, because we clearly haven't damaged him yet. Okay, so first things first. Critical strike, and then slash once you use your shield bash, or just defend from its strikes entirely. Oh, you actually flinched from that time. What are you gonna do now? Oh, that didn't really get to me. Oh, punch attack. So the only tip I can provide this time is to pay attention to his movements. So that way you'll be ready to shield bash. As you can see, some of his movements have different range, or that punch, different speeds. Striking more now. So might be withering down his energy just a little bit. Not sure why going for vertical strikes. I guess I just want to see him flinch more. Believe it or not, this battle is really not that difficult for a final boss. As has been the case for probably every single boss in this game. Yeah, this this game really isn't that difficult when it comes to bosses. But as far as I know, you can't battle gear him in the boss rush. Oh, he actually for 2 strikes that time. Not gear him, but demise. Actually, fun little fact about me when the first time I played this game, because of every other name that I came across up until this point, I thought this guy's name was pronounced Demise or something like that. Pretty sure I did call it Demise for the longest time when I first played through. Because I really didn't expect to see a normal name for a character in Skyward Sword, or in any Zelda game, actually. So I ended up calling it Demise for the longest time when I first played through until some people just kept referring to it as Demise. I was like, oh, it's really just that simple? I feel stupid now. So just a little factoid about me in my first playthrough. And while on the subject of Demise, I actually have trouble with this guy sometimes. I don't know why. It's just one of those bosses that sometimes I can have an easy time with, but other times it just gives me a lot more hassle than it should. Oh, so far so good. We only lost 4 hearts. And keep in mind, we do have 1 upgraded potion, so I can use that as a last resort. But like I said last time, I'm not gonna do that. I want to beat this guy straight up. Punch attack. I was going for multiple strikes there, but that didn't work. Not that I expected to work to begin with. You can see I'm taking the slow burn approach. Just trying to pick my spot and wither him down strike by strike instead of trying to go full aggression on him. There we go. That strategy paid off, but now we're entering phase 2 of the fight. Lightning is now frequent in the area, and he can use that for Skyward strikes too. That's what I want to use the bug net for. Oh, that was close. Okay, that didn't work that time, but I read that you can block Skyward strikes with the bug net, and I want to try that at least once. That. Back up. Come on, Skyward strike. That didn't work. And I want to use that stupid heart potion because of pride reasons. Skyward strike, come on. He keeps dashing at me. Hurry it up. Ah, got me when I was close. And you know what? I'll just wait till he does that and then pull out my bug net at the last moment because I want to try that. So clearly you don't want to be close to him to Demise. I've been calling this guy Gear for the longest time because, well, he was the main antagonist. And then he just got sideshowed for this guy. You're not gonna Skyward Strike, are ya? Fine, I'll play your game. So we can raise up ours for Skyward Strike 2. You can actually block our Skyward Strike with, or block ours, his Skyward Strike with ours. And do I have to do it? I don't want to do it. No, not yet. Screw it, I will. Jeez. I didn't want to do that. But that stupid bug net trick, it really got to me. So raise our sword? It's not coming yet. I just gotta wait for him to fire off his Skyward Strike. He keeps dashing at me. He hasn't done this often before. Take that. You just have to paralyze him, and then you can swing away at him with all your might. Come on, I want to try this at least once. Okay, you're really not gonna do that, are ya? I'm gonna try it one more time because it's already gone how long that is. Let's go this way because I'm used to going the right direction. Oh, of course, now you do the Skyward Strike. No, I am hell-bent on trying to get this thing down. Not able to block it that time. Come on. Skyward Strike me, please. I want to see this bug that thing happen. Hurry it up. Okay, that's it. If you want to try to bug that thing for yourself, and of course he does it when I'm not using it. If you want to try to bug that thing for yourself, then go right ahead. But clearly this guy doesn't want to cooperate. So I'm just going to finish this fight as soon as possible because I wasted too much time as is. We're going to sword once again. Oh, now you're doing Skyward Strikes a lot. When I've decided not to use my bug net anymore. Fatal blow, but don't be surprised that you missed the first time. That will always happen. So I've heard some reports that you can do that on the first try and end the fight there. So paralyze him again, swing it on him until he's down, and then fatal blow. Extraordinary. You stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I have ever known, though this is not the end. My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, doing them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time. I have confirmed the eradication of the Demon King. His residual consciousness has been absorbed into the Master Sword, and is now sealed away. You have done well, Link. Link? Thank you. I think it's over. Finally. It's all over. Nice going, you two. You guys are totally amazing this little adventure I like to call The Legend of Groose. Ah, Groose, never change, buddy. That's a little joke. Joke or not, your contributions to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. Aw, well, you know. Just glad I could make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. Hey, so things look pretty sewn up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back to our own time? Granny was really worried about you two. We don't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long. Hylia, your grace? Or perhaps you prefer Zelda? It pleases me to know you are safe. Master, I must speak with you. Master Link, you have successfully protected the goddess reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter a sleep without end. Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please, set the sword on the pedestal and bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. Link. Link, hear me. My purpose was to obey the command the goddess had lead you, the chosen hero of this land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as a servant to her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, Link. But now at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates closest to what you people call happiness. Our partnership is at an end, and even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relate to you words that I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but I wish to say them for myself. Thank you. Master Link. May we meet again in another life. What? Impa, why? Come with us. Zelda, your grace. You possess the memories of the goddess. You must understand why that is not possible. I am a being of this age. My place is here. I... I know that, but... You must return to your own time. I will take care of the gate once you have passed through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the gate of time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent the world's destruction. The last remains of demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay back to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten this world again. This is the nature of the task given to my tribe. As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess's chosen guardians, I gladly welcome this duty. Zelda, I shall watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependence on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as do you, I'm sure. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. See? I told you we'd meet again. Impa, thank you. Thank you for everything. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Like I said, this was my first Zelda game that I ever legitimately tried. And I'll admit, looking back at that last twist, it is pretty obvious, but the first time I did play this, I was really shocked. Maybe it's because I was just really dumb and I didn't know about input too much, but that twist really came as a legit shock to me. Probably because I just didn't notice the designs of young and old Impa. So, thoughts on this project? I have to admit, when I first started this way back in June, I was really nervous because this was the biggest thing that I've ever tackled on my channel to date compared to anything else that I've done thus far. Everything else I did was pretty condensed, more or less, into one separate level. And even though this game kind of has its own separate levels, like with the 3 regions, and Skyward being its own area, it was still more or less a cohesive world in my opinion, and as a result, it was much bigger to tackle, but I think in the end, I did pretty good covering this game. And this has definitely given me the courage to tackle more big titles in the future, stuff that has a lot of content in them. And you could bet, this will be the last time I cover a Zelda game on this channel. I do have a couple more that I want to let's play in the future. I actually want to go over my history of the Zelda series as a whole. This is something I want to talk about since the beginning of this project, and I want to save it until now because this credits, as far as I remember, can take quite a bit of time to go through. So my history of Zelda is probably not like most people's that you've heard about. You know, most people grew up with the Zelda series and end up appreciating it so much throughout most of their life. I was exposed to this too at an early age, but I couldn't really play for the longest time. The first time I did see a Zelda title was Ocarina of Time when I was visiting one of my cousins for the first time. Unfortunately, the first instance I did see of that game was the ending, so I was spoiled on that, but I still wanted to try that game because I wanted to see how the rest of that story went, and how that rest of the game went too, because even at that age, as dumb of a kid as I was, I knew back then that this was different from anything else that I touched at that time, and I wanted to try it for myself. Needless to say, I didn't get very far. I didn't get past the opening level of the game, or the opening area rather. Trust me, you'd be surprised at how dumb I was as a little child. But this always stuck with me, and as I grew older and I grew more confident in my gaming skill, I made a promise that one day I wanted to tackle a Zelda game, legitimately. The second time I did see a Zelda game in full was Wind Waker. This was around the time when the GameCube was still popular, or still active I guess. But there's a nearby McDonald's at near my house that I would go back to every so often and they would have a GameCube station there that would have Wind Waker in it, and it had one of the levels that you had to go through as a stealth-like mission. Despite being very good at stealth-like sections, I somehow got caught a lot in that, just never made it past any further. But again, that's always stuck with me for the longest time, and I wanted to play that again someday. And I eventually did get to tackle those two titles when their respective remakes were released. In fact, Ocarina of Time 3D was one of the first games I ever owned as a 3DS owner. And eventually I did get to play Skyward Sword. Like I said, it was about a month after release, on Boxing Day to be precise. So I got it, and I really enjoyed it. And it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was when I was growing up. And I've been playing a lot of Zelda ever since. In fact, most of the merch I have as a nerd is actually Zelda related. Which, if my teen self ever saw that, he would think I'd be nuts. But it did happen, and now I'm a huge fan of the series. Granted, I haven't played through all the games yet, there are a lot of them, but I am slowly making my way through the series to make up for lost time. So if you ever get the chance to try Skyward Sword, I say you should at least give it a shot. Like I said at the beginning of this Let's Play, it has caused a huge division among the fan base. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it, but I think it's still worth a shot. Anuma has wanted to break the conventions of Zelda for the longest time, but this is where it mostly started in my opinion. And as far as I'm concerned, it's been quite a success. I mean, with Link Between Worlds, there was that wall merchant mechanic that was unlike anything else that's happened to Zelda up to that point to my knowledge. There was Triforce Heroes, as well as the upcoming Breath of the Wild, which is going back to, I guess, to its roots of Zelda in a way, being very open world-esque, very open to the player. Like I said, I think you should give this a shot. Don't be swayed by other people's opinions. It has changed a lot of stuff, or omitted a lot of stuff that was common in Zelda up to this point, but I think it's a good game, and I think it's at least worth giving it a try. So that being said, join me for the next Let's Play, everyone. Farewell for now, and thanks for watching. Look around us. As a child, I've always dreamed of a world below. I want to see the surface with my own eyes and feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I I think I want to live here. I always want to feel solid ground beneath my feet. See the clouds above my head and watch over the Triforce. What about you, Link? What will you do now?